So far we have learned the importance of habits, how habits work, how to make them easy, how to introduce new habits in your life, how to eliminate bad ones. But we haven't learned about how to stick with your habits. This is the last lecture of Atomic Habits, and in this video I will tell you how you can stick with your habits for a longer period of time. I personally use these two methods daily in my life to keep doing my healthy habits for a longer period of time, and you can also use them. So the first method is keep track of your habits. What do I mean by this? I mean make a habit tracker. A habit tracker is a simple way to measure your daily habits, whether you did a habit or you missed one. For example, if you meditate on Monday, you track that. If you meditate on Tuesday, you track that. But if you missed one day, you also track that too. You have to track all your good habits. At last of this video, I will show you how I personally track my habits so that I don't miss my habits. So stay in the video for that. But first, let's see why habit tracking is important for you to stick with your habits. Habit tracking is obvious. Recording your last action can play as a trigger for the next one. Habit tracking naturally builds a series of cues, for example like streaks on Snapchat, which will trigger your brain to do the next habit. When you will see that you have successfully did all your habits for the past 5 days, you are more likely to do it for the 6th and so on. Habit tracking also keeps you honest because you know what habit you did yesterday or the day before that. The second benefit of habit tracking is attractive. When we successfully mark all the habits we did on a habit tracker, we get a signal of progress, we get a sense of progress, and that progress motivates us to further do the healthy habits. We become more motivated and we tend to do those habits for a longer period of time. This can be also powerful on a bad day when you don't feel doing your healthy habits. You can see your progress, you can see that you have done those habits till now, and it can motivate you to do your habits even on a bad day, even when you don't feel like it. Benefit 3 of habit tracking is satisfying. The most crucial benefit of all, when you track your habits, it gives you satisfaction, it gives you dopamine. As you know, dopamine is released when we successfully get a reward. Habit tracking is like a reward. When we tick those boxes, we get a reward, we get a sense of motivation, we get dopamine. That is satisfying for us. When you check all the boxes of your habits daily, you get dopamine and you are satisfied. So the first method of how to stick with your good habits is habit tracking. I will explain it how I do it myself later on this video. Now jump on to the second method, which is, this method is also optional, but if you can follow this method, this is also a very powerful method. The second method is having an accountability partner. Now what is accountability partner? Accountability partner is a person or a thing that can keep you accountable. For example, I have an accountability partner as my friend, whose name is Manav. I always keep track of my habits, all the things I do with him. And when I fall back, he puts me accountable. When I get complacent, he reminds me of the goal. You can have an accountability partner who can tell you when you become lazy, when you become complacent, to do the habits, to follow your goals. Accountability partner can be powerful when we feel low, when we don't feel doing the healthy habits. That's when the accountability partner can help us greatly. Now you know how to stick with your good habits, track your habits. And second, optional, have an accountability partner. Discuss with him all the healthy habits you do and ask him make you accountable when you get lazy. Now I'll show you how I personally track my habits so that you can also follow this step easily. So as you guys all know, I have a journal in which I gratitude journal. I write about my ideas. I also use it as a habit tracker. How I do it is like this one. I will put up a picture if I can. First step is to grab a book or a piece of paper. Grab a book, if you have a journal, do it on that. Mention the month at the top and then write all the dates of the month. After that, make a table of the habits you want to track. For example, I did first was meditation, then gratitude journaling, then gym, then reading, then deep work, then uploading videos. So I have made a table of all the healthy habits I do. After that, when you perform a habit successfully, tick mark those habits like this. You can also use this method to track your bad habits as well. If you want to like eliminate bad habits, you can keep track of that. How many times are you performing it with this same method? This method is powerful to keep your habits in place. I personally do it this way. You can invent your own way, but this way is the most simplest and the most easiest way to do it, and I get the most value. I am on a self-improvement journey, and I help young men to reach their potential through my success, through my failures, and through my journey. If you want to follow my journey, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.